Although it did comply to many of the aspects of a short film, it had a generally advert-like feel with the whole, like, it was so, like, all the lighting and everything, like the big strong green lighting, it was so obvious that they were like, it was a gimmick and it wasn't, like, they were mocking horror as a genre.
Well, it wasn't funny.
But it wasn't funny, no.
It tried to be funny.
I think the sound effects were quite typical for a horror film.
Yeah.
Like, they had everything in that you expected, but with her taking a photo at the end, I kind of think it ruined it.
Just ruined it all.
It seemed like, you know, when there's like that moral where adults are like, oh, kids are always so obsessed with technology and they're like not scared of things like that anymore. She was too like...
It sort of didn't have any purpose really.
No,
I don't understand.
I didn't understand.
I think it just tried to be funny.
And it wasn't very original.
Didn't.
Like, there's been like loads of like parodies and spoofs of horrors before, and like, we think that like short films are meant to be like a concept that wouldn't work with a feature-length film, but but clearly that if they could have done that in so many different ways for a feature-length film, lacked originality. What did we like about it? Not a great deal.
I thought that like the opening to it, where it said like the title, The Tenant.
Yeah. Like when
that bit was good because I genuinely thought it was going to be scary.
Yeah, and it was like that tilted angle, and it looked like
it was going to be scary.
Yeah, like the tilted angle and everything. I don't know. At first, you did think it was going to be.
It was quite psychological, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like psychological unease, when it was like.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I don't think that. I think it started off and you were like, oh, this is a horror film, and then it didn't. Usually with parodies, you can see from start to finish that it is a joke. I don't think they constructed it very well.
No.
And this was...
And the acting wasn't very good either.
Like, no, teenagers like that don't appeal to anyone. You need some appeal, and if she's the lead character, why isn't she appealing?
No.
Like, it's not my personal preference.
Yeah,
like, she's generally not an appealing character. No. Like, I think I actually preferred the monster. I don't know, it's very adult humour, like, oh, kids are always on the phones, but if you want to appeal to a wider audience, then don't direct it to adults. Only adults are going to find that funny.
Yeah, it wasn't very well filmed.
But
what did we like about it? Is there anything we liked about it?
I don't really think there's anything I did like. Oh, we did. We said like the beginning bit and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's from the beginning, and then it just was a complete letdown.
Then
the monster didn't look real, but I couldn't create it, so I was quite impressed with that. Considering it looked quite amateur in places, that was good use of technology.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We are critically reviewing the short film A Favour.
We really liked this short film because we thought it started with a shark bite technique which entices the audience because it'll make them want to keep on watching to find out what happens.
And then like how it went from low key to high key, right? And we were like, what's going on here? It was quite vibrant, and we were like intrigued to see what else was going to happen.
I quite liked the ending with when it cross-cutted from the close-up of the man and then it went onto the cars, and it sort of created loads of tension, and that's when sort of everything opened up of the whole story, and I quite enjoyed that bit.
But we weren't keen on this whole part when it was the whole revealing of the family life. We didn't see how it was relevant. It's confusing enough with it having an ambiguous ending, and we didn't need more confusion.
It wasn't really relevant.
And this part here we thought was particularly good because you like to, as an audience, they want empathy from an audience, and when we see someone doing a good act, he was like a good Samaritan, and then he effectively was shot down with it. He was framed. Well, but we think he was framed, and that's the good thing about audience interpretation. It gives us power. If you leave something up to us, then audiences generally like it.
Yeah. That's when it sort of, like, it started to come clear, because at the beginning we were all really confused what was going on and what was the relevance of the families.
We weren't sure on the families, because we thought in one sense that they might have had like the white, fair man, and then we had the Muslim man, and we know Muslims are usually associated with bombing, so it was like role reversal almost, because it was actually the blonde man that set up the bomb and not the Muslim man, so it was like going against those like radical stereotypes. But overall we liked it. Definitely thought it was one of the best we'd seen. And it worked as a short film.
I thought the acting was quite
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was quite
Better
good.
than all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
definitely.
gimmicky at all. And it was something like, if you imagine this, like with it not having a clear ending, in a long film you get quite frustrated sometimes when it's ambiguous because you're like, I've just dedicated 3 hours to this film and I don't even know what the ending is.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah,
if it's only 3 minutes,
Yeah.
but that I don't think that could have been made into a long
No.
film because it just wouldn't have lasted
No,
at all.
no.
But
Yeah, it
overall,
was good.
we found that
We
our
enjoyed
favourite,
it.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.